Hello.
Hi, Richard.
Okay, okay.
Can you hear me this time?
I can hear you. How are
Excellent.
you? How you doing?
I am doing good. How about you?
Oh, hanging in, hanging on. Trying to stay out of trouble. Not succeeding.
Sounds good.
So, but you know, it is. I don't know how You're doing your work in this world right now, but we're just staying home primarily.
Yeah,
So,
I am home as well.
yeah. How's Dan doing?
Oh, he's doing well as well. He's at Slater though. He's always been at Slater, so he is doing well.
Yeah, yeah,
So for those
yeah,
who joined us so far, we'll just wait a couple of minutes before we get started. We'll wait for a few more commission members and a few more applicants to join us. So we're
yeah,
hanging out until about 5:30. So we'll get
yeah. I'm.
to it.
No, it's all right. I'm trying to find all my adjustments here. That's all, and put this up into a little corner if I can. It's somebody.
And here comes Greg.
Yeah. Now,
Hello.
Hey, Greg. There you are.
oh, that's great. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I guess you
Uh,
have the Zoom meeting to set up so that I come in no video and muted. So I had to turn everything on.
No worries. So
yeah.
we'll wait for a few more people to join us, and then we will get started in a little bit, a few more minutes. See who else pops on. We need Catherine to pop on for sure.
There we go.
That'd be helpful.
Oh,
I
she's
got.
at the devil. Look at that. There she is. Hi, Catherine.
Yeah,
Okay.
How you doing over there, Nancy?
Yeah. Do you want your air conditioner on or anything? Well, I can do that. Okay. Hi.
Hi, Nancy. There you are.
Hi, Regan. Okay. All right. We're ready, huh?
Waiting for just a few more people to pop on. Maybe we'll even give it till 5:31, just to because I know a couple people said they were coming and I don't see them yet. So
Okay.
we'll just maybe wait a couple extra minutes.
Sure.
I don't know if Tim's joining us or not, so we'll just give it another minute or two.
Mystery visitor. Okay. All right.
I see Greg Farrell's now amongst us.
Yes, we'll chat about that and in the meeting. So I'll give it a little update about that in the president's report.
Okay. Um, okay.
We'll just give it one more minute, guys. Just bear with me for one final minute in case anyone pops on late. Okay. Give it one more minute. I texted Tim to see if he was coming. All right, well, we've got another minute, so I think we might as well get started. If anyone else joins late, I'll just add them as they come in. But we might as well get started. So welcome everybody to the Historic District Commission meeting. My name is Regan Miner, for those who don't know me. And I'm just going to kind of give a little rundown of the overview of how the meeting is going to work. And so for my commission members who've heard this for 6 months ad nauseum, bear with me once again as I just go over things. So welcome to the regular meeting of the Historic District Commission. Our regular meeting today is on Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. I am the chairperson who most of you have been corresponding with. My name is Regan Miner. And just for everyone's benefit, please note that this meeting is being recorded. The city has required us to take recording of this video for the minutes and for the general statutes according to the governor's rulings recently. So this is being recorded. The meeting tonight will be broken up into 2 sections. The first section will be the public hearing, and then the second section will be the regular meeting. The public hearing is the opportunity for applicants to present their applications to the commission and for the commission to ask the applicants questions on their applications. Once the public hearing closes, the regular meeting will begin. And the regular meeting is where the commission discusses and votes on applications. Applicants are welcome to stay and listen to the regular meeting portion of the meeting, but please note that you won't be allowed to speak or comment further on your application at that time. Again, you can stay, but you are not required to. So after you present during the public hearing, you're allowed to leave. You can stay if you're interested, but there's no strings attached. All applicants will be notified by tomorrow in writing regarding the status of their application. And so you can stick around and hear the full deliberation, but regardless, I will be communicating with everybody via email tomorrow what the status of your application is, whether it's been approved, denied, or tabled. So any questions before we move forward here? Okay, hearing none. I have 2 screens in front of me, so if you see me looking in a different direction, that's what I'm doing. What we'll do for the public hearing is we'll just go right down on the agenda in order of COA number. So I believe we do have someone here presenting on COA 437 86 Town Street. So Brian, I'd love to invite you to unmute yourself and kind of give us a little overview of your application, please.
Okay, so same as last time, really, just a different design for the monument and a smaller wall sign. Both not illuminated. We want to externally illuminate both. Ground fixtures for the monument and either gooseneck fixtures for the wall or a flood on the building. They haven't decided that yet. And the concerns last time were basically the size and the illumination. So those have been taken away, and and the design of the monument sign was changed to a 2-post design.
Sounds good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do any commission members have questions for Brian? Or Brian, if you have anything else to add, please chime in anytime as well.
Okay.
The sign was always 2 posts, wasn't it?
No, it was a single monument base in our first request, and
that's right.
yeah, no one liked that, so we did away with that. I was able to find an example design of a 2-post version while we were at the meeting. I just kind of shared it with everybody, so you saw it.
Yeah.
That may be what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And what is the proposed illumination of the signs at this point?
For the wall sign, it would either be gooseneck fixtures mounted above the sign, or it'll be a floodlight mounted in the yard that shines on the building. And the freestanding sign would be floodlights that are mounted on the ground, shining up towards the sign.
Okay, great, thank you.
This next sounds like a very attractive option. That sounds very nice. Greg, do you have any further questions?
No, it looks to me like you addressed all of the concerns we had last month.
It looks, the William Ravis on the building is within the dimensions of the existing sign, so it appears to be, so that's good.
So Brian, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, no. I think we've tried to address everything. So, I'm open to questions, but I think we've addressed all the concerns.
Yeah, I think you have too. I think everything looks nice from my end, and I like the that sounds very attractive. So I have no further questions for Brian unless there's any other members of the commission who may. And unless Brian wants to add anything else, I think I'm comfortable moving on if everyone else is set.
Fine.
I'm
Okay.
okay.
I'm taking that as everyone's good to move on then.
Yes.
All right, great. Well, Brian, I want to just thank you personally for all the correspondence you and I have had, and
Sure.
thanks for being so flexible and working with us on your application. So we're very appreciative of it, and it looks awesome. So thank you for that.
No problem. Thank you very much.
And you're welcome to stick around if you'd like, but regardless, I'll be chatting with you via email tomorrow. So you can do.
There's a few items after this, right? So.
Yeah, we've got a pretty full agenda tonight. So
Yeah, I'll probably sign off then. There's no sense in everybody staring at my ugly mug all night. So I'll let me know if you have any questions tomorrow or anything, and have a good night, everyone.
thanks so much, Brian.
you.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks. Okay, moving on our agenda here. Our next COA is COA number 438, 25 Otis Street. And I believe that we do have some gentlemen here to present your COA application. So gentlemen, I'll let you take it away. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us. My name is Father Peter Langevin, representing the Norwich Diocese, and I'm joined here by Mr. Joseph Muscarella, who's our Director of Diocesan Properties. So this concerns, as you mentioned, 25 Otis Street. The diocese purchased the property about a year ago, and it currently houses our Office of Communications and our diocesan school office. When we purchased the property, we knew as part of the inspection that we did that it would need a new roof. And so our application is to replace the current roof, which is problematic in certain spots, but to replace it with like materials that are available to us. And Mr. Muscarella can answer any questions that you might have about that.
Awesome, thank you. Well, your application was very straightforward, which we appreciate. Does any members of the commission have questions for the applicants?
No, looks pretty straightforward. Like the lake replacement.
Nancy or Greg, do you have any questions for the applicants?
No, I think they're proposing like for like replacement, as I understand it. Right? So no questions.
Okay, great. Yeah, it looks straightforward to us. Everything looks fine from my camp as well. You're just essentially replacing the architectural shingles with architectural shingles. So we're comfortable with that. So unless any further questions from the commission? Yes, no?
No.
All right, well then you're welcome to stick around if you'd like, but you're welcome to sign off at this point. And I've been emailing Alice. Is she still the good point of contact? Okay, so then I will continue to correspond with Alice tomorrow and send her written notification of how we vote in the regular meeting, but everything looks good from your presentation and application. So thanks so much for being here, both of you. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening.
Hi, Father.
So moving on our application, and who popped in late as usual? Oh, but you're showing Peach as
It's Peach.
you're showing Peach as a consolation.
All right, that's enough of Peach. How's everyone doing?
This one's
Good.
definitely disapproved.
Yeah.
Doing well, Scott.
So next up on our agenda, we have COA 439, 26 Scotland Road, and we do have Mr. Leonard here to present your application. Maybe we'll go easy on him. Let's see, depending on how he does. Scott, you're welcome to chat about your application if you'd like.
Okay, thank you. It hopefully is self-explanatory. As all of you know, I am too lazy to get things done, and I managed to ignore the north side of my house, which is up toward, if you're facing my house, it's to the right, up towards Scotland Road. And I never got around to finishing the soffits there. And the wood now is rotting very badly. It's covered with moss. It's a mess. So all I want to do is finish the soffits. They will be effectively identical to what I was previously approved to do and to the rest of the house.
Sounds good. Do any commission members have questions for the applicant?
Well, Scott's been known to kind of toe the line.
So it's, yeah, there's nothing unique about this, and it was previously approved.
Yeah, I have no concerns or questions. Everything looks straightforward and good to me. So unless Nancy, Greg, or Richard have any questions, I'm good.
No questions.
No question.
I'm just curious, are those copper gutters, Scott?
Oops, sorry.
Do you have copper gutters?
I do. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Greg, I put, they're very expensive. I have all copper flashing and copper gutters, except in some areas that are not visible. I used aluminum flashing that was the same color as the patinaed copper. But everywhere on the outside exterior is copper. Those gutters are really nice. They come from a company in Michigan that makes reproduction arts and crafts gutters.
Huh.
If you want to know where it is, contact me and I'll tell you. But it's a company called Classic Gutter Systems, actually.
Yeah, I'm interested. Maybe too expensive for me, but I'm interested.
It's just to put it in perspective, Greg. A roll of copper flashing is about $1,000, and those copper gutters cost more than a lot of other things I've done on this house.
Okay.
They're also, just as a quick aside, they're a real pain in the ass to install.
Oh.
They don't come with pre-configured, except for a few things, they don't come with pre-configured parts. You have to cut and fit your own pieces and then solder them together to make the gutter system.
Oh, wow.
So it's a fair amount of work to do, but it looks really nice when it's finished. I encourage all of you to come check it out. We even bought the decorative features like the little birds and butterflies that you can get in solid brass that are screwed to them. So Regan will be coming over soon. She can check it out.
Will do. That's awesome. Well, unless there are no further questions from the commission, and if the applicant has completed their presentation, then I think we're good to move on. And Scott, you're welcome to stick around if you want for old time's sake, or if you've got peaches to feed, you can go do that too.
Yeah, I thank you. I'm going to move on. Thank you very much, all of you. I miss you all. I'll at some point in my life, perhaps I'll be back, but unfortunately this year I've really had to focus on the business. We've had a lot of challenges. So
Yeah.
Best of luck. I will be in touch soon.
Sounds good. I'll email you tomorrow based on the decision later on this evening. So you'll get an email from me tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see
Bye,
you all.
Scott.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you. All right. So moving on in the application, excuse me, the public hearing on the agenda. We have COA 440, 8 West Town Street, and I don't believe we have an applicant present to discuss this application, and I'm checking the wait list and I see nobody. So we do not have an applicant present then for COA 440, 8 West Town Street. And I don't believe we have an applicant present for COA 441, 5 Crossway Street. And I'll check one more time, but I don't think we have anybody here joining us for those two applications. So with that being said, I guess I will close the public hearing at 5:46 p.m. and open up the regular meeting. And the first item on our regular meeting agenda is the action on the COAs. So I will start with COA 43786, excuse me, Town Street. Is there a motion to accept the application as presented and as submitted?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Greg. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh.
Richard.
Beat you to it, Nancy.
Fine.
As Richard with the second, thank you so much. Any discussion on the application?
Just Reagan, what are those lights he said overhead? What would that look like? I know floodlights would look good, but what's that other thing he said?
Yeah, gooseneck lighting is also very attractive. I'm trying to think of a good, let's see, I'm trying to think of an area in town that might have gooseneck lighting to give you an example. I think Miranda Creative just put a gooseneck light on her building, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's that?
Miranda Creative on, what is it, 18 Elm Avenue. They just put a gooseneck light. It's very attractive. It's essentially a black light that kind of has, you know, a hooked, I'm not describing this well. I apologize.
Feature? Yeah, hooked feature to the light.
Yeah,
Well, the support is like a J, an
Yeah.
upside down J.
yeah,
And then it has a light at the end of it and it lights the sign.
correct.
So
Like a
it's nice
lamp.
looking.
It's very attractive. It's a very attractive option to put, to illuminate the sign. In fact, our city planner, Deanna, had recommended options like gooseneck lighting to illuminate signage. So it's a very attractive option to use.
So we would be probably agreeable with that, the gooseneck, like you described, or the floodlight, either one. And they said either one.
Yep, they said either one. My preference may even be the goose light, just because the gooseneck light, because I think that would be very attractive. But the floodlight, I think, could work just as well. So,
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
sure, okay.
I would think the goose light would add a better look to it than the floodlight sitting on the ground.
I could say something in our approval if we choose to vote in favor of this application, something about us encouraging the use of the gooseneck light on the building. If the commission would like me to do that.
You could do that, yes,
I'm fine either way. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, well, let me just make a note, and I'll use encourage, but I won't necessarily say, you know, we're requiring.
Right.
Okay. And the other thing that I just want to mention in this discussion is we just need to make sure that the floodlights that they're planning on using for the monument sign, that they don't have any light spillage on the other properties nearby. So we will have to make sure that the way that they are going to install and then shine the lights will not impact other properties. So I may make a note about that in our approval as well, if the commission is okay with that.
they can shine
Yeah.
at McDonald's. I don't care.
Well, okay, that's Jim McDonald's. I was thinking more of the historic properties next door.
It'd have to be really aimed offset to get over there.
It's across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they follow up McDonald's lighting, you know, cares.
okay. So any further discussion on the application?
No,
Okay, hearing none, I'm gonna do the roll call vote again, just because I think it's easier. And I'll go to the left of my little Brady Bunch box here in my my Zoom. So Richard, you're starting me off on the left.
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Nancy,
aye.
and then Regan, I vote aye in favor of the application. So the application passes unanimously. Thank you, everybody. So our next COA is COA 43825 Otis Street. And I would entertain a motion to accept the application as presented and submitted.
I move we accept the application as presented and submitted.
Thank you, Nancy. Is there a second?
I'll
Okay.
second.
I think that was Greg.
Greg.
We heard Greg first, so we'll say Nancy made the motion and Greg seconded the motion for Catherine's
Cool.
benefit. Any discussion regarding the application?
I didn't even realize Otis Street was in the historic district.
I had to double check actually to make sure, and it is. It's like one of the bordering properties. One of the last houses in the district. So, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Seems like it's pretty straightforward.
Yep, I thought so too. So any further discussion? And hearing none, I will take the roll call vote one more time. So then Richard,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
and Regan, I vote in favor, aye, of the application. So the application passes unanimously. Thanks, everybody. Next application is COA 439, 26 Scotland Road. I will entertain a motion to approve the application as submitted and presented.
So moved.
Thank you, Greg. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That's funny. I'll give it to Nancy because I did hear her first. So we'll say Greg
Okay.
motion and Nancy seconded it. We'll make sure you get a chance, Richard.
Oh, that's no problem.
You gotta buzz in quicker.
Yeah.
Further discussion on the application.
No.
Well, I think it was nice to see Scott and nice to see he's finally getting around to those soffits.
Yeah, that looked pretty bad. There's a lot of green stuff growing up there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I know, I agree. It's a good thing he's addressing it. So any further discussion on the application?
No.
Hearing none, I will then do the roll call vote. So Richard,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
and Regan, aye. So the motion passes unanimously and the application is approved. Thank you, everybody. So the next application we have is COA 440, 8 West Town Street. I was hoping the applicant would be present to have given us an overview of their application, but that's okay. We'll do the best we can here. I will entertain a motion to approve the application as submitted. Or if the commission feels like we need to discuss
No.
first, we could always
Who is it?
discuss.
I just screwed up my
I'll make the motion to accept as presented.
Thank you, Greg. So this is, Richard, this is COA 440, 8 West Town Street.
Yeah, I know which house it is. I just lost the COA for some reason.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion made by Greg, and then is there a second?
Okay,
Thank you.
second.
Thank you, Richard. So any discussion?
The window he's replacing, is he saying that we approved the window before? Or
So-
no?
He said that he jumped the gun and put in the window already. So the window on his on the last page of the COA where there's 2 images, the
Yeah.
window that is on the left-hand side is the one that was installed without a permit and without our approval already. So it's already in. Thankfully, it is the same exact version of the window next to it. And it's a wood window. The applicant mentioned it's a Marvin wood window with a thick historic sill and 5 1/4 or measurements are interesting, but
5/4.
yeah. Oh,
It's red 5/4.
okay. Thank you, Richard. 5/4 trim. So thankfully, it's an exact replica of what's already in existence.
And what was already in existence, did that come before us before? Or it's just always been like that?
I'm not sure, Nancy. I could go back and look in our records. That's a good question, because I don't know.
Well, it's a newer window, so it must have been replaced at some point. I mean, that's not original.
That's a good guess, Greg. Yeah, I would say.
We should have records of that house. That,
It used to be owned by the Schnips, didn't it?
I think so. Yeah, Norma Schnipp.
Yeah.
And so based on
Well,
written narrative, he's also saying that he will replace some of the clapboards that are on the window with new cedar clapboards, which that sounds fine to me. And then he's mentioning the fence border off of the patio. And he says the commission had previously approved stainless steel horizontal aircraft cable. And he's decided he doesn't want to do that any longer. And so he wants to go back to the original plan, which this is before my time, so I don't know what the original plan was, of using medical vertical balusters in between the cedar rails.
Which I think he already has those up on the upper level porch. You can see that in the first picture all the way to the right.
Yeah. Yes, I see what you're saying, Greg. Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
So I think he just wants to do the same thing as up there. I mean, it seems like that's
that whole porch there. There's a lot of history on this particular building and owner. Let's see. That porch and that was a matter of great contention when it came up, and I'm not sure it was ever done ever approved properly. He wanted to put a spiral staircase in there initially. Nancy, do you remember that?
I remember some controversy with him. Wasn't he on the commission for a while and then he never participated?
Yeah, I feel like he did get voted on, and then the
he
email
never showed up.
comes back. So I don't think he ever came to a commission meeting.
Right, so then he was off again because he never came to anything. But I guess the implication was, I don't know, that he joined for, I don't know what kind of reason, because he never showed up.
Well, he was getting turned down. He got very upset, and he joined the commission so that he could be part of what was going on and make his opinions known. But let's see, I am trying to do, let's see, where?
looks like there's a truck convention going on next door to his house there.
He always parks his truck up on top like that.
Well, you can see in the picture, there's like 8 trucks next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he's been cited for that by the city.
How do I send something, Reagan?
You can send it through the chat, Richard, if you want to do it
Chat,
that
okay, that's it, chat.
on the bottom.
I don't want to type a message, I want to send a file.
Yeah, there is a way to do that too. In the chat, there is a button that says file in the right-hand corner.
Yeah. Well, it allows me to hit paste, but then it doesn't paste anything. What I'm trying to do is send you a file, a page of a file from some of his original fooling around. He and Scott did not get along. That's all. Let's see.
Yeah,
And
but that doesn't have to do with what he's asking in this application.
nothing except for the fencing.
Oh,
The fencing comes in. That's the part that comes in. Let's see, 8 Town Street. Let's see which one of these I want. This one. Open. Okay, I should have sent you a page.
Okay, can everyone see that in the chat?
Sure.
Did it load for everybody, or is it,
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. So that gives you an idea of, yeah, I've got the original. I got quite a bit of material on that.
all right, mine is fully loading here.
That was the original property description. What's this? Oh, this is a history of the house. You don't need that, do you?
Probably not. Did you, I thought you were, do you have the original application from when he first came to the commission, Richard? Is that what you're looking for?
I might. I have more crap. Okay. No, East, okay, I have East Town Street. I pretty much showed you that. That was done in 2016, by the way. So it's been several years now since he was originally asking for this. And let me go back over here. Let's see. Meetings. I'm sorry, bear with me.
That's okay.
2016. Let's see how far I go back.
While you're finding that, Richard, I'm just gonna make some general comments that I don't have a problem with the window that he has put in. And I don't have a problem with the clapboards being replaced with cedar clapboards. I'm not sure, this is before my time, before I joined the commission, regarding his application with the railing on his patio. So I don't know what the reasons were for the first denial of the original ask. I'm not privy to that understanding, but I don't seem to have a problem with what he's proposing to do here in this application.
I don't have a problem either. I mean, in fact, you can't even really see that lower patio from the.
yeah.
You have to go all the way up to his fence and look over the side to see down there. I mean, if you're driving by, you don't even see down there.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, and I like that he's at least using cedar and some of the material, and I think the metal vertical balusters would be attractive, and it seems like he's already got that on his back porch or back deck that you
Right.
Right.
To me, that looks nicer than having the what he was gonna do with the metal wire or whatever.
Yeah, and I can see what he was saying, that would be a safety hazard, because if the stainless steel horizontal aircraft cable, I know he's got young kids, so I can see a kid scaling that and, jumping
Yeah.
over and hurting themselves. So I could see that as a potential hazard as well.
Yeah. And that seems kind of industrial looking too. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
This seems,
Well, there are other areas in the, I can't think of the direct location it's now, in the historic district that use the cable method of fencing. So it's not unique. And it was, let's see, I gotta get back to see who's on here. Dump a bunch of stuff. Amazing how many pages you can open up. Okay. I wanted to make sure Scott wasn't on.
It's just us. But this is
The Scott was,
recorded though, Richard, so be aware, this is being recorded.
okay, and that's fine, because I'm just telling you what happened. But Scott was very much against putting the metal baluster type thing up. And so we wrestled with it, and it was shortly after that he became a commission member. But at any rate, it was, Scott, as you know, doesn't like anything plastic or metal that's not supposed to be, period. So that's pretty much why it was turned down.
Well, that's okay. This appears to be appropriate though in this application. So I think we can consider approving the application.
Yeah, that's, I'm not making a decision here one way or the other for that. I'm just trying to pass on information.
Yeah, no, thank you, Richard. And I do think it's important for the commission to be consistent in their decision-making process. And I do recall hearing that there was some issue regarding the applicant and the former chairman. So I don't know if that happened to bleed into any past decision-making. But in this case, with our reviewing of the application in front of us, I personally don't see an issue with it. And so I'm moving forward with approving the application.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm ready to vote.
Me too. Me too. Go for it.
All right, I will do the roll call then. So Richard, you're to the left of my Brady Bunch box.
Yeah,
You can abstain.
I'll do I just to get it done with.
Thank you, Richard. Greg,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
and then Regan, I also say aye. So the motion passes unanimously and the application is approved. I will just make a mention in my little approval note to the applicant that just in the future, please come before us before you do any work to the building.
Yes, definitely say that.
I will.
Yeah, he knows better.
He should know better. I agree. So I will add.
Well, what prompted him to come forward now?
Because to be quite honest, the building department busted him.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that's what happened. So let me just make a note, guys. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a sad looking place for a long time now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing any improvements done. And hopefully this approved COA will get them in the right direction. So that would be ideal.
All right.
So moving forward on the agenda here, we have COA 441 5 Crossway Street. We did not have an applicant present to discuss the application. I have spoken to the applicant at length. She's very nice. We talked 4 times. She's very lovely. And I would entertain a motion to approve the application as submitted.
It's very detailed. And
Okay, we need motions and then discussion.
okay. Motion to approve.
Thank you, Richard. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Greg. And now, Richard, please go into discussion.
Yeah, it's very detailed. That house on the Crossway there, you really can't see much to the staircase. It's pretty well, those houses are pretty close together right in there, and they're pretty well buried. So.
And it appears that they're going to use pressure treated wood, which sounds fine to me. I think that's acceptable.
That's the Teal House, isn't it?
No, this is, I don't know if this house has a name. I assume it has a name, but I just may not know it. But it's next to, oh my gosh, what's her name?
Pam's house?
Yeah, it's next to Pam's old house.
It is. Okay, I was going to ask that question.
That's the one that used to be owned by NFA, right?
No, we're down, Crossway is down the road past St. Pat's.
Just by the little park there, the little.
Oh,
tree.
it's the other park. Ah, okay.
Little Plain Park, yeah.
Wrong park. Okay.
Yeah, where we used to go to Pam's house at that end. So you can't even see this then, but apparently it's appropriate what she's proposing then.
Yeah, she's proposing, let me go back up and just read.
Is it sort of like for like when you get right down to it?
Yeah, I believe what's currently there is some form of wood, and then she's planning on replacing it with pressure treated wood.
Yeah,
And it's going to look about the same, but in good shape.
Correct. It'll look about the same. It will just be in much better shape than the current staircase is. I believe that she has tenants in the house, so this is, the exterior escape route and if there's a fire or any sort of emergency in the house. So she needs to get these stairs fixed and code compliant and make sure that they're safe for people to use. So,
good. In her application, did she say she was going to paint them?
she did not say that she was going to paint them. We did not have that conversation, no.
So if this is an apartment and this is like the fire escape, is wood acceptable for that?
Well, that's a good question. All I know is that she is, well, hang on, let me go back up and look at the building permit. It says 3 units. It says residential and 3 units. So that makes me under the impression that it's a multifamily home.
Right.
It does say it's owner occupied. So I'm actually, Greg, to answer your question, I actually believe that these are stairs to access the units. I think I might have been mistaken when I mentioned the fire escape thing. I think they're actually stairs to access the units.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that's the only access to the unit is via those stairs, is that?
No, there would probably be an interior access too, right, Reagan? Or is that not our jurisdiction to figure that out?
It's not up to us to figure it out. That's zoning. They can, and the fire marshal can figure that out too.
There's probably an interior access, Greg, usually, I guess.
I wouldn't, if it's really subdivided into apartments, I would not necessarily expect that there's interior stairs, but I don't know.
The way this is looking, I don't think there's interior, but when I'm looking, let's see.
Yeah, but then is that our jurisdiction to consider that point?
No, I don't think so. I was just curious.
Yeah,
She's replacing like for like, I think, right?
yeah. Our only issue is just deciding whether or not we think the proposed new staircase is appropriate or not. I know that she had said that she has to go to the zoning department to get this approved as well. So I'm sure she's running the gamut of city officials that she needs to go talk to and get approvals for.
I think it looks appropriate, basically, right? I mean, I don't know. What else would she do? It's 3 stories up, right?
Yeah, not much else you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any problems with what she's proposing. The only question that was brought up was paint recommendations. And we don't necessarily regulate paint, but I would encourage her, I could state in the letter to the applicant, we encourage painting the staircase, maybe to add to the longevity of the material and to improve the aesthetics, or whatever the commission would like me to relay.
I would not encourage painting. Painting decks is like terrible, because then it's a constant maintenance problem.
Yeah. And I think, in
Yeah.
her images that she provided, it looks like the current deck was painted, or excuse me, the current staircase was painted on the landings, and the painting has been peeled and doesn't look.
Yeah, this is on a corner of Crossway and Broad, or whatever that is. I lost it.
Broadway.
Broadway, there you go. I knew there was a name
And
to it
Union
someplace.
Street is the other side.
Correct.
Yeah, there. Yeah, that's buried between the 2 houses there.
I don't think it's our business to suggest that it be painted or not, actually, is it?
No, I agree, that's fine. I think as what Greg just said, painting would add more maintenance on the applicant, and I think just having it plain pressure treated wood is probably just fine.
Okay.
So any further discussion then?
No.
All right, hearing none, then I will ask for a vote. And Richard, you're up.
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
and Regan, aye. So the motion passes unanimously and the application is approved. Thank you, everybody. So we'll move on our agenda here. Approval of minutes of the Wednesday, September 16th, 2020 regular meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes, please?
I move we approve the minutes.
Thank you, Nancy. Is there a second?
Second.
Awesome. Thank you, Richard. Any discussion on the minutes? Just thank you, Catherine, as always, for doing a great job. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Catherine.
They were long and detailed.
They were good.
The meeting was long too.
I know that was
Yeah, really.
Too long.
well
It
tonight.
was a short meeting.
Tonight we might even be done by 6:30. So let's.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Charge.
So I'll ask for no, we have a motion. We have a second. Then I'll ask for the roll call to approve the minutes. So Richard,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Nancy,
Nancy, aye.
thank you, and Regan, aye as well. So the minutes pass unanimously. Thanks, everybody. The only thing I want to mention briefly in my chairman's report, and Richard mentioned this before the meeting started, but we do have a new member of the commission. They were unable to join us today, unfortunately, but Greg Farlow has joined the Historic District Commission. And many of you may know Greg Farlow from his work with the Leffingwell House Museum. So he's currently I think he's currently the vice president of the board of directors that operates the Leffingwell House Museum. So I am pleased to get more commission members, and I'm pleased to get more people who have, are historic preservation minded. So we'll look forward to seeing Greg at the next commission meeting. Hopefully you can join us then. So,
All right.
so we'll go from there. So that's all I have for my chairman's report. I just wanted to give everybody an update under old business of the certified local government grant that we discussed at a couple meetings ago. We approved me applying for a certified local government grant to update the commission's design guidelines. I have completed the grant application and it's going before the city manager for his signature. The city council is going to vote on it at their, let me double check, their November meeting, which is November 2nd. They will vote on it, and I vote for the city manager to sign on behalf of the city of Norwich on this application. So I don't foresee any issues. So I think the city manager will sign, and then I will submit the grant to the State Historic Preservation Office for their December meeting, because I would have just then missed their November meeting with the city council meeting. So that was a bit of a bummer, but regardless, it'll be on the December State Historic Preservation Office meeting. So just wanted to give everybody an update about that. Running down to new business, the city of Norwich asked me as acting chairman to compile the budget, the 2021-2022 budget for the Historic District Commission. I'm essentially going to keep it the same and not make any changes. We were lucky to get fully funded last year, so I'm essentially going to ask for the same amount that we've been asking for and continue to hope that we're fully funded this year.
What is that amount, Regan?
It's about, I don't have the number off the top of my head, but it's about $2,300, Nancy. And most of it goes to paying our fabulous recording secretary. So we want to keep that money because we want to keep
Sure. Okay.
In the past, we had done, excuse me, in the past we had done award plaques. We haven't done that in a while due to budget constraints. I'm not sure if that's something we want to pursue again in the future, if we have the funds to do so.
Well, I don't know. We're almost running out of properties to nominate.
Well, if we went outside the traditional historic districts, we opened it up more, but boy, would that be a job.
Yeah. I do know in the past, I'll just mention, there was a homeowner who had asked me of, funds to replace their historic sign they have on their property, because I guess it was getting damaged or faded, or it was not up to snuff, essentially. So I don't know if we want to think about something like that, where there are existing historic markers on homes in the local districts that need replacement. That may be a whole nother issue in and of itself than the preservation award plaques that we've done in the past. I just wanted to make mention of that.
Well, with enough money, we could do a lot of different things, but our problem is probably always going to be personnel to facilitate getting something done.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll just see. So I guess I would just say that let's just see what we get for funding, and we can explore options from there.
Okay.
So next up is our next meeting date. Our regular meeting is Wednesday, November 18th, 2020 at 5:30. I do have, there is a scheduling conflict with that date, because the City of Norwich's plan of, this is a mouthful, Plan Conservation and Development Implementation Committee meeting has been moved from November 11th, which is Veterans Day, to Wednesday, November 18th at 6 o'clock. So right in the middle of our meeting. And the problem with that is that we both use the same City of Norwich Zoom account. So
Okay.
they asked me if we could move our meeting, because they have to approve their calendar for the next year, the 2021 calendar. They said either we have to move our meeting, or is there an alternate Zoom option that we can use? Switching hats for a hot second, the Historical Society does have a Zoom account that we could use. I'm a little uncomfortable using it for city purposes, though. So I'm not sure if it's easier if we just move our meeting, or what does everyone think about that?
How about
You can move.
one day to the 19th?
Yeah, that's a good point. We could move it to the 19th. Let me just check to make sure on my calendar I don't have anything going on, but I don't. So that would be fine for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
19th of November.
19th of November, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just moves it one day. We don't want to move it a week, because that's right up before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. We wouldn't want to do the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's no good. Yeah, I agree.
19th looks fine.
Okay. Well, that sounds fine to me. Catherine, would the 19th work for you? Because I know you have other meetings that you take minutes for. Is that good for you?
She replied in the chat.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even, I was too busy looking at my own calendar. All right, great. So then Catherine and I will make the arrangements with the city to move the meeting to the 19th of November. All right, thank you, everybody. So that's all I've got. That's all I've got for everybody. We can adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
And Greg seconds. And so then we'll see everybody. Oh, sorry. Is there a roll call? Greg, Richard, excuse me, Richard.
Yes.
And then Greg, yes, and Nancy, is there a yes?
Aye.
Thank you, and I vote aye that we adjourn. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate your help tonight, and we'll see you then November 19th.
All right.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
Regan.
Megan.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye all.
Bye.